This is Roger with Crosscut in Tucson, Arizona. Formerly Wheel Kinetics. If you look at any of our ads and click on the blogs, there's a blog about our rebranding. It involves much more advanced technology in our website, as well as a cool name change. You can check it out there. We also have blogs about the 6.0 bulletproof wording, what bulletproofing of 6.0 means. We also have a blog about used car vehicle prices, as far as how high they are, why they're high, and how to protect yourself. Well, we'll get to this truck. This truck is an 03 F350. Obviously a flatbed with work boxes, and it's got a hydraulic liftgate, actually electric liftgate. It's a 6.0 turbo diesel. It's two-wheel drive. It's an XL. Vinyl seats, automatic, air conditioning, radio. It is a clear title vehicle with low miles, 116,373 miles. Somebody traded it into one of those give me a VIN type things. It's called auto exit in California. They obviously didn't know what to do with it. They probably thought it had a bad motor. What it really needed was 3 injectors. They had 3 injectors that weren't doing anything. They weren't firing at all. We took it to our shop, Monsoon. I'll show you the invoices for the injectors we bought and for the work that we've done. Number 3, 5, and 6 injectors were non-existent, didn't work. So it was running on 5 cylinders, which is amazing that it ran, but it did. Needed drive shaft carrier bearings to get rid of a little bit of a vibration. It got brake pads and rear rotors, hood struts, instrument cluster repair, because the gauges, a couple of the gauges were in op, and we sent it to detail. When I was driving this vehicle from Monsoon, I noticed it had the air filter light on the cluster. Upon doing a little research, apparently when you reset one of those, you have to go through a full drive cycle for them to go away on the dash. But the warning light that's on the dash is for a air filter. So of course, because I wanted to know what the answer was before I made this video, I actually took the air filter out, and it looks brand new. So it's really a matter of a drive cycle, I believe. Google that so you can verify what I'm saying, and it should go away. It doesn't really matter if it goes away or not, but if you don't want something on your cluster, the way to make it go away, according to the internet, according to Ford, is to drive it and go through the whole drive cycle. Anyway, let me get this thing going so we can get some air conditioning going here. It's freaking hot. Let's see, 116,399 miles. So that's the light we're talking about, right there. That's an air filter light. And I can attest to the fact that the air filter looks fantastic. It's not even dusty or at all. And it's sealed and it's closed, and we did do a repair on the cluster because I believe it was the fuel gauge and the oil pressure gauge. Neither one of them worked, so we had to send it out and get it repaired. Anyway, here is the Monsoon automotive invoice. There's your VIN. We got it back 7/7 of 2021. Today is Friday. That would be Wednesday, obviously at 4 p.m. So we sent it to detail yesterday, and it's back here on Friday the 7th. Injectors failed test on 3, 5, and 6. All right, runs rough. I'm surprised it ran at all, because it was it was rough to make a run with 5 injectors out of 8 running. So it got 3, 5, and 6. Did drive shaft center support bearing. That's a carrier bearing. Disc brake pads and rotor and rear rotors. Hood shocks. The hood wouldn't stay up. And cluster repair. That was $346. We had to send it out. It was $250 to send it out and get it repaired, then $96 in and out. $1,081 was the cost, plus the price of the actual injectors from Holmes Tuttle Ford. 3 injectors, boom, $495. Okay, which is a great price because we are 6.0 champions. All right, here's your Carfax. There's the VIN. No accidents reported. It says no major title problems were reported, so there's no major title problems. At 57,000 miles, they did a PCM programming and a glow plug relay replaced, which is kind of good. But looks like it was taken pretty good care of. At 100,000 miles, they did a wheel bearing seal replace, which is kind of nice on these. And 200 miles later, they did shock absorbers. Struts replaced, shock absorbers replaced, front shock replaced. Interestingly enough, at some point, it was stolen, and probably stolen and recovered the same day, because they don't have a stolen and recovered date separate, so it's probably stolen and recovered the same day. Police reported it, so it does have a theft in its history. And it passed California smog at 113,678 miles, which is about 3,000 miles ago. It belonged to Big Sky Electric. They probably traded in because it was running like ass. They probably thought that it had bigger problems than it did. It runs great. Anyway, they traded it into Auto Exit, or sold it to Auto Exit. And Wheel Kinetics bought it from Auto Exit. Obviously, we brought it to Tucson, ran like crap, took it to our place. We are experts in 6.0s, and we dealt with it. And so there you go. So anyway, as far as the airbox is concerned, I took it out. It looks great. This piece is where the sensor is. All that stuff looks like it's working. It may need this, but I don't think it does. I just think it needs a drive cycle. Anyway, let me see. First of all, let's look for the VIN plates, or the Ford stamps. I mean, there's the Ford stamp here, Ford stamp here. That tells you that's an original fender. Cat stickers where they belong. Ford stamp right here. Another Ford stamp right here. Should be another Ford stamp right there. And there is. See how much blow-by we have? None. This thing runs great. It really runs great. I just drove this thing across town, and aside from the fact that you don't want to run anyone over with the sides of this thing sticking out, it ran great. You just got to be careful not to take out the drive-through a jack-in-the-box. The manual is in there. Air is blowing ice cold. I'm looking forward to getting in. Obviously, the person who owned this truck was somebody who got stolen from. So he was smart. He made this little deal right here, which, you know, obviously you just put a lock through here. And then you have these boxes, right? Put it on my shoulder here. You got a box here. Got a box there. Yikes. Got a box there. Okay. We'll put that down. Put a lock through that. These little panels are removable. These will rattle like crazy when we're doing our test drive. All right, to turn this on, power here, then you hit Tommy button twice to get the power going. In 1 second, you have to go bang, bang. All right? Then you gotta, there you go. It's got a little bit of a stretch to the cable, I think. I think that these cables need to be, especially the far one, needs to be adjusted a little bit. So that's up. I mean, that's down, obviously. And then up. It says Tommy model 911350, serial number M324944. Okay. There's that. I'm going to turn the power off. We'll put the gate up. Push it up. That thing will latch. This little latch is kind of funky. I don't know if I like this too much, but there. Let's see, what else we got going on here? Same thing on this side, exactly the same thing. I'm not going to go through putting it on my shoulder and everything, but that's what that is, okay? It's a work truck. We're not dealing with seats and all that crap. Seats are seats, and I don't think anyone's going on vacation in this guy. Oh my God, it's nice in here. It is freaking swampy. It's supposed to be 106, and then we're supposed to get rain today. You know, so it's not pleasant. There's a tow on and off. Let's see if we have a radio that works. Our boss took it off and disconnected it. No? There's your radio. It works. Air is blowing ice cold. I can attest to that, because if it wasn't, I wouldn't be doing this video. It's freaking hot. All right, let me open the fence, put it in drive, and reverse. All right, let's go for a ride. All right, if you come to Tucson to drive this truck home, you will pay the following. You'll pay your state tax rate, whatever that is, plus our city tax of 2.7% and a $250 dock fee. If you pay by wire and ship this truck out of state, all you're going to pay is agreed upon price, and that's it. No tax, no dock fee, nothing. Once we receive full payment, we will fill out the title with your name and your company's name and address. Sign it off to you, scan it in your online file, and mail it to you. We'll even scan in the envelope we mail it in. You will have the truck shipped to you. The title will already be in your mailbox when your shipper shows up with the truck. You'll just take the truck and the title you got in the mail and go get plates for it. It's very simple. If you need help with shipping, let me know early in the sale of this truck, and I can do it for you. We can roll the price of the shipping into the price of the vehicle. Or if you just need phone numbers to call because you want to do it yourself, we can give you phone numbers. Or you're more than welcome to do what many of our multiple time buyers have done and do it yourself, okay? What else? Deposit's $500. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Until then, it will stay for sale. So please make sure you get your deposit in, okay? Got some serious electrical work going on here. Once we have that deposit, it'll no longer be for sale, like I said, so it's very important. If you need a work truck, you need a work truck with a good motor, really good motor, with low miles, good transmission, ice cold air, thank God. This would be it, all right? Looks like it probably could use some rear tires at some point. Those small tire sizes are usually not that expensive. I would recommend getting some tires pretty soon. But what else? Last part of every video, I say the same thing, and I will every single time, and I have for thousands of vehicles. A half a mile down this road is the auto mall. Beautiful pavement, huge rents for every new car dealer spot, every lot they have over there for the new car dealers and their used car properties. Huge money. Every time you go there, you'll be greeted by a salesman who makes a commission. You'll go inside, there'll be an attendant serving scones and lattes and you know, sandwiches, and there's a game room for the kids. All that stuff is rolled into the price of a vehicle. They have to pay for that stuff. It's a lot, okay? You don't have to pay for anything. You're paying very little with us on the fluff side. Our location's free. Our uncle owns the property. All we have to do is pay the property taxes, which are $3,500 a year, so about $300 a month is what we're paying on average to be here. You're not paying for our roads, because our roads basically look like we're in Bolivia. Tucson is the only city of one party that you'll find in Arizona. And if you notice, this is our road right here, okay? So you get a nice vibration check on a vehicle in the video because we're four-wheeling right now. Anyway, so you're not paying for beautiful roads like they are at the auto mall. You're not paying salesmen. You're not paying for lattes and scones and attendants and game rooms and all that crap. You're also not paying for future repairs. They know that if they sell you this truck and it breaks, you're gonna say, I want my truck fixed and I just paid a fortune for it, and they'll say, fine, because they also roll about $500 to $700 into the price of a vehicle just for future repairs. So when you come back mad at them, they'll fix it. We don't do that because we're not gonna fix your truck. We know every single one of these vehicles out here will break, guaranteed. When is the question? We give you the title, the Carfax, what we've done to it, the invoices, the parts that we put in, everything we know, you know, so that you can be the owner on day one. If you're going to need to get a check because the AC compressor blows up, which by the way is highly unlikely based on the fact that I don't want to get out of this thing. But you know, if you want that, if you want, you know, oh, my windshield wiper stopped working. Oh, the radio stopped working. I want a check. You're not getting a check, ever, okay? But that's from day one on. You're saving a fortune buying from us. Use the money that you save to fix your truck. If that doesn't work for you, please don't buy anything from us, because you're not going to be happy. Okay? That being said, obviously this is a nice truck. We have two F550s and F450, and now this truck, and the work truck side. And it usually takes a while to sell these because they're kind of specialty trucks. But we're getting ready here pretty soon just to run them out to the auction and sell them. So if you want a nice truck, a work truck, let's go, get it done. This is probably the least expensive of the trucks we have, and honestly, it's just as good as the other trucks. In my opinion, this is a nice truck, you know. So anyway, go over the video, do your due diligence. Airbag things. What else we got going on in here? I think that's about it. Thank you for your time.